it's Miss K here. I am about to do a huge Q&A session. These are questions that I copied down from the Google form, which some of you have already answered and submitted. And some of these are really good questions, so I figured I would just write all the questions that people had a question and answer them out. And hopefully this will help you with whatever questions you have. All right, today is Tuesday, March 24th, and these are questions and answers. All right. First of all, I asked a question. I asked, how are you feeling? How you doing? And I got a wide array of answers, everything from decent to good to I'm cool, I'm bored. And then I got some answers that were like, I'm bad, I'm frustrated, stressed, I'm terrible because I don't like being at home. I'm bored because there's no one to play with. Mom is stressed out because her students are frustrating her because she's a teacher too. I see you, Mom. All right, tired, bored, too much work. Ooh, if you got a lot of work from your classes, remember your teachers are getting used to this. It's an adjustment for all of us, so you might just want to pace it out. Unfortunately, online schooling relies on you guys to kind of set a schedule with what you have to do at certain times, and then also trying to make it work for getting the work done on your own. If you have classes that conflict or teachers that are putting classes too close together, I think it's another question we have in here, email them. Be clear about it, they might not realize that. So we're all kind of going through this unplanned. We didn't plan for this situation to happen any more than you did. So just talk to your teachers, email them and say, hey, I'm not trying to complain about you or anything. Let them know. I have 2 or 3 classes that want to meet in Zoom at the same time. It's going to make it tough. And I'm going to get more onto Zoom later on. So also, if you are feeling bad or sad or frustrated or just worn down, our school counselors are available. And they are saying, hey, make sure our kids know that we are available for them. And they can get in touch with us. So if you go online and go to their emails, shoot them an email. Mr. Hastings and Miss Stokes, they are happy to talk to you. All right. Question. Starting with the students. Now, here's your questions. Ready? Here's one of the questions I got. What foods do you like? I love food. I love veggies. I like spicy food. You know that. I've been eating, this morning we're having grits. And last night we had sweet potato tacos. They were really good. Sweet potatoes and red cabbage and red pepper and lots of hot sauce and tomatoes and onions and garlic and all that roasted together, and so good. But I like spicy food. I like flavorful food. I like stuff that's got a lot of heat to it. So, yeah, that's what I like. Next question. How am I doing? I'm tired. I'm stressed. But at the same time, I'm glad I can have this contact with you because this is tough on all of us. I think as humans, we're social beings, even introverts like me. We like to have those connections. So I'm missing my students. I'm missing school. I'm missing seeing all your faces, even when you're acting up. So because I miss you so much, I'm going to give you some new things you can do in my class now. You ready? As long as your parents say it's okay, you can have all the gum candy you want. You can even drink a big soda if you want, or sweet tea or water. You can put your hood up all day in my class now. Look at that. The thing is, though, if you Zoom, you're there physically in class, make sure you're dressed. I don't need to see any underwear. Also with Zoom, if there's stuff you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing, I'm going to be calling parents. Just like if there's stuff you're not supposed to be doing in school, I got to get in touch with parents. Same with Zoom. It's still class. It's still school. I take the time to get dressed up in the morning, brush my hair, and brush my teeth. So when I get on here, it looks good for you guys. But, if I came out here in my pajamas with my hair all on my face, my teeth not brushed, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Trust me. Okay. Do you think we'll ever be able to go back because my house is crazy boring without the people in school right beside me? I hope so. As of yesterday, the press conference, we are not going to have school. It sounds like we're out until May 15th. I'm hoping by then enough people follow the quarantine orders and hopefully we can kind of get this under control better as a society so that we can go back safely. I'm one of those people who would be at risk. I'm not old, But you all know I have asthma. I think almost all my classes have seen me use my inhaler at some point. So it'd be really bad if I got this. So I'm staying home and staying away from everybody because I don't need to get this right now. So I hope we can get back though before the end of the school year, but that still remains to be seen. I don't know. I wish I knew. If I had a magic 8 ball, that'd be about the best answer I could give you right now. I'm sorry. I don't know. How do I check into Google Classroom? Do I have to type present or just yell out to the universe present? Or do I have to type into class comments itself? Okay, so the way I mark class attendance is, have you emailed me that day? Or have you made a class comment in Google Classroom? Or did you turn in your work if there's an assignment? Like if I ask you to do something, if there's obvious steps and you do the work, you're going to get credit for attending class. Now, also with that, you are required to attend class from my class only twice a week. Only twice a week. So again, if you're in my first exploratory, check in on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you're in my second exploratory, check in Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, if you want to check in more often than that because you're bored, go for it. Zoom. I have tons of students messaging me with questions on Zoom. I'm going to post the link for my Zoom today in Google Classroom. I didn't do it yesterday because I was still working out some technical difficulties with it, and I wanted to make sure that people were getting into Google Classroom and using it and feeling comfortable. And I got questions like these before we started with it, but today I miss you so much. I said I was going to do it Wednesday. I'm going to do it today because I miss you too much. That's just what's going to happen. So I'm going to post a link for Zoom into your Google Classroom. It will be posted, and I will give a time that I'll be on there for your class. Now, if you want to come at one of the other times that I have as instructional time, that's really any time between 12 and 3, feel free to hop in if that's easier for you. Because again, I want to try to make this easier on you because I understand you have other work and a schedule and things like that. So, and if none of those times work for you and you're like, Miss K, I am babysitting all day until like 6:30 p.m., can I please just have a face-to-face Zoom meeting with you later in the day? I might schedule a special like one. It won't be that late because the Zoom's only used at certain times, but I can move around the meetings or even answer you in a video like this so you can watch it at your own leisure, which that's not restricted by time because I'm posting it on YouTube. Okay. Are you going to keep reading The Hobbit? My mom is loving those videos. Yes, I'm going to keep reading The Hobbit. I also got a request for some other books. I'll let you know which ones it's going to be soon. The Hobbit. Yes, I'm going to continue reading The Hobbit. I was having some technical difficulties with video yesterday, and there were certain videos I had prioritized, but those are kind of straightened out, so expect to get a couple chapters at a time uploaded in that thread, and you can use it as background. Again, not required reading, not required listening. This is for your joy. Cool. How come the teachers keep putting our classes so close together? Okay, so just like you guys didn't expect this, they didn't expect this. We are supposed to pick our instructional schedule of when we're available for questions, but from what I understand, you got to pick what's going to work for you. Again, if that doesn't work for you, if they're all conflicting. I had this happen in college. I had 3 classes that were supposed to meet at the same time. 3. And it was my last semester and I had to graduate. So I had to pull a Hermione Granger and get a time turner and go back through time. No, actually what I did was I moved one of my classes to online, kind of like this, so I could do it so it'd be flexible. So again, these classes can be flexible if you talk with your teachers, but you're still required to do the work. Yes, it's graded. Yes. At the same time, my 3rd class, I was able to get the teacher to meet with me at another time, and I kind of did it as like an independent study, which I would not expect you guys to do because that's tough. All right. So talk to your teachers. Talk to your teachers. We understand this is not an easy time. Believe me, we do. We're people too. We got families. We're going through it along with you. All right. And we want to be there for you as much as we can. So just email your teachers, let them know. How are we going to do work on here? How are you grading? What are we making? How often? What projects? Are we actually going to do art at home? Yeah, you're going to do art at home. Now remember, in my class, art is more than just painting and drawing. Drawing is fantastic because really all you need is any sort of marking implement. It can be a pen. Yes, you can't erase it, but when you draw with a pen, it gets you to practice working with your mistakes and not taking them away. So pen is actually a really handy thing to practice drawing with. Now, some of you are messaging me and letting me know you have acrylic paint, you have watercolors, you have all these art supplies. You're like, woo, art art supplies everywhere. But here's the thing, not everybody does, and that's okay. I was running around the house trying to find just a crochet hook. And usually I have a whole bunch because I love teaching crochet. But just to find one, I kind of had to scramble. Now it's, oh, that's right, it's in my hair. So, it all depends on what you have at home. We'll make it work. So here is what I've come up with to do to help you be less stressed. Every week, you're going to do one project. Make it a good one. Make it one that works for you. If it's to kill boredom, spend more time on it. If you're kind of crunched for time, do a collection of small short drawings to count as like a sketchbook project, if that's all you can do. I'm going to post a variety, and I mean a wide variety of media and techniques and things for you to choose from. That means it might be everything from painting to drawing to clay to even sculpting things in your yard and then take a picture of it, Andy Goldsworthy style. What I'm going to let you do is you pick the project you want to do that week, because it will meet our standards, because our standards say you need to try a variety of work. If you don't have the variety of media, guess what? I understand. At that point, you're using art elements and principles. And I'm going to post every week, art project 4, and I'll give the date of the week. And have it due like that Friday. Like this Friday, it's not going to be due. I'm probably going to have it due like Wednesday. I'll come up with the due dates. Don't stress on that still. Don't stress. But a project a week, and you get to pick. And, some of you might do a wide variety of media. Some of you might just work with paper. You might start learning how to do origami. Or if you have an iPad, which that's probably how you're watching this, you can do art on your iPads, take a screenshot, and submit that as your project. Now, if I were you, I would try a variety of projects. But yes, once a week we're going to do one project. And again, you have class twice a week. So class twice a week with me for only half an hour. And like I said, one project once a week. I am going to have other videos on here that take you looking at museums or exhibits, things like that. So it's not just making things. But to answer, yes, that's how we're going to do this. We're going to do a project a week. All right. What assignments do we have for this week? Okay. So for this week, I just want you to get familiar with getting used to digital technology, because this is a big switch for us. Check in with me on Zoom if you can at least once this week. At least once. Give it a shout out to me, or post a picture of something that you're working on at home. But make that contact with me this week. Start getting familiar with the Google Classroom page if you haven't already. I know most of you have. Not all of you. Most of you are used to using Google Classroom frequently with my class, and some of you will forget how to turn in a project and you need that little show. I get it, because there's times in my life where I was like, oh, I don't really want to deal with technology. I feel like I can't do it. And I got over that. But I understand what that feels like. So I validate those feelings. You're allowed to have those, but we're going to have to work past those now, and that's okay. So if you need help, or if you forgot the Google Classroom code, or you forget how to turn it in, send me an email, and we'll figure it out together. It's going to be okay. If your internet does not work, or in the case of my own kid, right down the hall, because he's far away from the server in the house, or it cuts off, what can we do? Do one project a week. If there's a glitch in Google Classroom, if there's a glitch with Zoom, if there's a glitch with email, guess what? I understand that computers aren't perfect. I do. When I was in 4th grade, I had a teacher yell at me because I pushed a button to enter and it didn't work. And she said, well, the computer never makes a mistake, so it was you. She was wrong. The computer made a mistake. It glitched. So I get it. It happens. It's okay. If your internet does not work, we do have packets at school that you can pick up if it doesn't work. But honestly, if it doesn't work, give a call to the school, because they are working around trying to get internet to everybody to make it easier, so they have this high quality level of engagement here that we can have instead of just a paper assignment for you to take home. So, and they are doing other things to try to work around that too. So again, get in touch with the school, or if it just cuts off, just sign in again later, or just shoot me a message, let me know. Okay, if you could buy any art supplies, what would you get? That's a tough one. It's like asking what my favorite food is or my favorite song, but always like clay or glass or metalworking stuff, sculptural stuff. maybe some welding torches. Okay. Most likely like a brand new kiln and, glaze supplies and things like that. Do we have any tests coming up? I'm not going to do any tests on here. We're going to do like projects and writing. So don't stress about the test. Could we do food art, like as an assignment? Ooh, like decorate a cake or something creative with food or sculpting marzipan. If you don't know what that is, don't stress. Yes, if you come up with an art project that I don't demonstrate on here, and you're like, oh, this is so cool, this is artistic. Yes, it probably is. Go ahead and take a video of it or take a photo of it and go ahead and post it in the class comments and be like, hey, I made this and I'm submitting it for this day for credit for the week. Again, I can't taste it. You can tell me what it tastes like or what ingredients or how you made it. But we're looking, again, this is a visual arts class, so make sure that it is the visual arts side of it too. Okay. What do you think about being quarantined? Lots of thoughts there. Being an asthmatic, I'm very grateful for the fact that I can work from home right now because I constantly have symptoms that could be like this disease during allergy season. I wake up coughing every morning, but I've been doing that for months now. So, and being an asthmatic, being at risk, I'm kind of glad that I'm not getting exposed to people that might have it because people can be what's called asymptomatic or not realize that they have it. Kind of like that invisible paint analogy I gave where you shake hands and you don't realize you have the paint on you. So for my own health and also to not overload our hospitals, hopefully people will start following these guidelines because the quicker we do, the quicker we can probably get back to seeing each other face to face. Are you enjoying your time off? Honestly, I'm waking up earlier in the morning and preparing for the day and always reviewing what kind of videos I want to do for you and what kind of content I want to give you and considering all the variables that you might have at home because I can't assume anything. And so I'm trying to make sure that everybody has some sort of access to the arts because right now during this time, arts can be something to keep your hands busy, soothe your mind, soothe your soul, and help you feel a little more calm going through this. And at the same time, you make something pretty cool. And so I want to make sure you all have access to that. So, I'm a mix of emotions, a little stressed, a little frustrated, and very much missing you. At the same time, I'm very energized and inspired to be able to give you this. So I hope it helps. How do we give book suggestions? And then another student just said, can you read us The Hunger Games? Well, that's how you give it. You could just comment in Google Classroom or send me an email. I won't necessarily say that you were the one that requested it. Don't worry. Shh. Okay. But yes, book suggestions. Someone's already requested I read The Hunger Games too. So I'm going to submit some more chapters of The Hobbit, and then I'm going to read The Hunger Games and start that as a video series too. So that'll be our second book. Ooh. What is your favorite song? I listen to a wide variety and genre of music, but I do have a go-to song that when I've heard it covered by like jazz bands, I was absolutely blown away. Like it just makes my hair stand up. And that is a song written by Radiohead called Paranoid Android. But I like lots of songs. I have lots of favorite songs. That's really tough. So tough. All right. When will we Zoom? What is Zoom? Zoom is a way for us to meet where we can actually talk face-to-face through our cameras and hear each other talk in real time. And if you haven't joined a Zoom class yet, if you look on your iPads, you should see that it's installed as an app. It's like a little blue icon with a camera. It looks similar to our stop motion app we used in class right before we broke out into this, but it's not. It's called Zoom. So you'll have to set up an account with your school ID. Use your school email and account. Don't use your personal. And it should, but honestly, I don't think you'll have to set up an account. I'm still getting used to how it works too, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But I'll be sending a link today. And I think with the link in Google Classroom, if you just click on the link, it allows you to join that meeting. And then we meet face to face and we talk. So you get to actually talk with me through the computer. It's kind of cool. It's like Jetsons level technology. All right. No questions. I hope you and everyone else is good. I hope everyone else is good too. I know it's frustrating. I know some of you are not feeling that great. Again, our school counselors are available. Feel free to contact them. And I'd love to hear from you too, even if it's just to say, hey, guess what I'm doing? give them a shout out, see what they're doing. Or if you have like a brother or sister stressed out or something, you want to keep them busy, feel free to let them see these videos too if you think it would help, or some projects to do. And again, if you have suggestions or art projects you'd like me to demonstrate, or things you would like to learn that are art-based that you're like, oh, she doesn't have time to do this in class. Well, guess what? I have time now to create video and content. And often I'm making stuff in the evenings, so that way it's there preloaded. So there's going to be a lot of work on my plate in the next coming weeks, just getting a lot of content on here for you. So again, pick and choose. It might seem overwhelming in Google Classroom to have all those videos loaded up. It might be easier for you to just follow my YouTube channel, but that's up to you. So this week, like I said, I'm just trying to get in touch with everybody so they know when to sign in, how to sign in, and then I expect you to turn in a project every week. And if I know those things, I'll probably send another Google form out, almost like that'll be our quiz. It won't be like a test or a graded quiz testing, but it will count as classwork. Can you answer a questionnaire so I know you know what we're doing with this class? And again, email me. I'm happy to answer emails. So, but I hope you have a great day and you don't get overworked too much. And I hope to see a bunch of you today in Zoom, and if not, this week. So feel free to pick a project that you already have, or pick a project that you've been working on, or do some drawings or sketches for me, or pick one of the video contents that I'm going to start releasing on crafts you can do at home, or projects you can do at home, or art techniques. All right. Have a good one. Bye.